We'll show you how they love it in Nova Scotia, and we'll prove they crave it in Arizona.
On Halloween, and on the chiseled face of a hallowed team captain, it is celebrated.
It is baseball, and we'll show you part of its vast reach on this edition of Red Sox Stories.
Welcome back. Sean Fitzpatrick from Saugus has created hundreds of sand sculptures. He's also carved countless pumpkins and even chipped out some incredible ice sculptures. But there's one project in particular that's more personal than the rest.
This particular sculpture we did for a fundraiser for the Jimmy Fund, and Jason Veritek was the ultimate choice because my wife adores Jason, and we couldn't think of a better subject for the Jimmy Fund fundraiser.
Raising money for the Jimmy Fund is a natural fit for Sean.
My dad lost his life when he was 39 years old battling cancer, but he still at the same time would take us out to Red Sox games. I just grew up with the Red Sox, and win or lose, they were my team.
This is the first year that Sean combined his skills, his love of the Jimmy Fund, and his passion for the Sox.
We put it together relatively quickly, and for a 4-hour event we raised over $4,500 the first year out of the gate, so we were really happy with that. And next year, I know we're going to make it even bigger.
What began as a few pictures of the captain, through the hands of this magician, became a 5-ton masterpiece.
This is probably one of my favorites. I think the ones that I'm doing currently are always kind of my favorites, but I'd have to say right now that this is probably one of my favorites.
And it was a fan favorite as well.
It was great. I mean, it blew me away. I didn't think that we would have as big a turnout as we did, and I didn't think we'd raise nearly the money we did. And I just have to give kudos to the people in Saugus and other people from other communities that came in, because it was great.
It took Sean more than 100 hours to sculpt the captain, so don't expect to see something like this at your local beach.
Something like this, I could build it at the beach, but it wouldn't last more than a day because it would collapse. It wouldn't last that long. I'd probably be spending more time at the beach with beach sand trying to fix things as they were breaking than actually getting more detail out of it. It's not beach sand, that's the one thing. It definitely is a special kind of sand. It has high silt content, which is like a binder, and it holds in a lot of the moisture that beach sand really doesn't do. When you're carving any kind of human face, it's always difficult because you got to get the look right. The eyes have to be right, the facial features, the expression. You got to have a challenge, and this was definitely a challenge to do something like this. But like I said, it was rewarding because we raised a lot of money for the Jimmy Fund.
This is not the first time Sean has expressed his loyalty to the Sox.
In 2004, when they won the World Series, I carved a 500-pound pumpkin with the Red Sox logo before they won the World Series, just kind of like a good luck charm, knowing that they would win it. And so it's just been a lifelong passion with the Red Sox. I couldn't think of rooting for any other team. I actually carved some for a client who happened to be in St. Louis watching the World Series final game, and I had delivered the pumpkins the day before. So when they got back, they had a nice little celebration party with all the Red Sox pumpkins, not knowing they were going to win, but they placed the order with pretty good faith.
And speaking of pumpkins, we got a chance to watch Sean in action. And as for his sand sculpting, he's already thinking big, really big, for next year.
Maybe we'll do David Ortiz next year.